What's up, guys? It's Eric again for another Darius video. So I love Darius and I want to help players become more used to Darius. So right now I'm going to show off a couple Darius combos and basically how you usually want to fight with Darius. So if you know the abilities, you should understand, and if you know the abilities and you don't understand how they work, Q, it's you swing your axe in a circle, and if you hit with the blade, which is the outline part right there, you apply a stack of your passive, and it does more damage than the blade. Your W is an auto attack reset that slows by 90%. And if you kill something with your W, then the mana is refunded and half the cooldown is and it's half cooldown instead. And then you have your pull, where the passive is armor penetration, and then you have your ult. Now, the tricky thing about Darius is, and even I make this mistake, I wait till people are really low to ult, when really, like rank 1, it's around 200 to 300 damage maximum. Rank 2, it's usually 658 if you have Black Cleaver, and then it's this much. Well, 658 if you have Black Cleaver and Sterk's Gauge. It's usually about 5 to 600. But, and then your damage on your R when you reach level 16 is usually 1,000. That's very important to remember because that's the point when you can when you get the reset on your R. But finally, without wasting any more time, here's a couple Darius combos. So generally what I like to do, it's very situational. So these, we're going to say this is the enemy top laner, this is the mid laner, which is a control mage, so Aurelion Soul, usually like a tankier, high damage, damage over time type of mage. And then we have the tank support and the ADC, right? I actually want to put the ADC back a little more, because ADCs usually kite over trying to melee form. So we need you there. Alright, that works perfectly. Okay, so for your enemy laner, what you usually want to do is, if you're just trading and they're just going to trade with you, you just want to auto attack until they start to walk away. And the reason for this being is you want to proc as many Conqueror stacks as you can so that your abilities do more damage, including your Q. So you want to make sure Conqueror is procced. But when they start running away from you, you want to hit that slow and hit your Q. Now, this is what I like to do because it's a lot easier. But after I get like 1 or 2 autos, then I like to W and Q at the same time, so you get that auto attack or that animation cancel on your W. And I'm going to show that one more time. You literally just want to press Q and W at the same time, but Q first, or W first. So you can activate your W, and then when you're hitting it, you press W at the same time. Or Q at the same time, I'm sorry. Just like that. And I'll show it one more time. You want to press W, and then right when you click the auto attack and you know it's going to connect, you just want to press Q. Just like that. But really fast, it looks like this. Sorry, Scuttle Crab is messing with me. Just like that. And this is good because you're doing damage and slowing, so you can hit your Q and kite. Because if you're in a situation like this where someone's right on top of you, you want to do that. And then the slow, and you have to, and the thing with your Q to have maximum Q effectiveness is you want to hit as many targets as you can while still being in the best position. So although it may look like this is the most optimal, some people will be like this and then they'll walk backwards away, and then people will burn their summoner spells. So what you want to do is you want to run with them so it hits like that. Right? I need to auto refresh mana. Okay. Now, when it comes to laning early game, like I said, you just want to get your auto attacks off. And then WQ, you have 5 stacks. Or, what you can do, which I like to do, I like to walk up. I'm waiting for my 5 stacks to reset. I like to walk up, auto WQ, pull, because they walk away usually after you engage. You pull, and then that's 4 stacks, and then you got it. And your W should be coming up soon again, so you just want to keep kiting and walking with them, auto-attacking. And I'll show videos where I demonstrate these tactics in-game right after, and I'll talk more about Darius. But this is just the shorter guide. Actually, I'm going to make another video right after this. It should go up a couple minutes after this one. And, yeah. So, here's another thing I want to go over. In team fights, people usually, like, I'm not going to move the dummies because it's for purposes. Honestly, it's basically the same thing for everyone. You just want to make sure that you're really close to them, because if they flash and you're in range, your E is actually pretty far. There's your flash range. It literally exceeds flash range, so if they flash away from you, you can just pull them back in and continue your combo. Never engage with hook. Engaging with hook is not good unless your team is following up on you. If you're the only engage, then yes, engage with hook. But don't be like running, it's a 5v5 mid, and enemy team is pressuring, but no one is really engaged yet, and someone on the enemy team overextends and you pull them. That's cool, but then if someone flashes, you know, there's your gap closer, because Darius doesn't really have a gap closer. He's just a running tank with the explosions pointed a little bit towards the ground in front of him, because this is his auto attack range. So, and you press C to see that. So, when you're CSing and you want to make sure you're maximum range away from the minions, just press C. Just go ahead and hit those autos. And your W is the same range. It's just really important to know that your pull... Oh, it's only a 40% slow now. This used to be a 90% slow. Well, your W is still a 90% slow. And you just want to hit that hook and slow them. And getting E is really important. I like to go... I don't want to get too much into it. Sorry, I'm just rambling. I really love being informational about the champion, and I feel like I give too much information, and it's just really confusing. But, yeah. Obvious mechanics. The more people you hit with your Q, the more it's going to heal. So just try to always memorize that your Q is a perfect circle. About... Yeah, it's about flash range. Yeah. So... Oops. At the end of flash, you just want to, or at the maximum range, and sometimes your Q even hits outside of the circle, like so. It still hit him. Let's try it a little further. Yeah, so it still hits even if it's just the line, as you can see there. So you don't need to be exactly in the middle. You just got to hit, just like that. And always remember... if you have Phage, if you have a Phage item, which Darius should always have a Phage item, preferably Black Cleaver, with the way how the meta is, Black Cleaver is just more useful. But I'm going to move on to these. So supports, it doesn't really matter. You just want to hit them, get 5 stacks, especially in team fights, right? But usually if you want to kill someone so you can burst them with your ult, it's going to be the same thing. Auto, W, Q, auto, pull. Sometimes you don't have to auto again, and you can pull first if you're not close enough to auto attack because they use the dash or whatever. Sometimes flash hooking is fine because it pulls many people, and then you can W the squishiest target for the slow and Q them and auto them, and then that should be enough to one-shot them like an ADC that doesn't have Bloodthirster or Overheal. Or just shields. Some ADCs just have shields like Kai'Sa or, who else has a shield? You know, one of those ADCs. Or supports that give shields. But for late game team fighting, you just want to hit supports. It's just important to get 5 stacks off. It doesn't matter. You can just straight auto attack 5 times. And save your Q, because when you have 5 stacks in your Q, the heal is much better and the damage is much more amplified. As you can see, that was about... The Conqueror damage was 179, I think. Yeah, 179. And then, yeah, Conqueror is also doing damage on the bleed. So you just want to proc those auto attacks, get that Conqueror, and do more damage. Just want to press Q. And, you know, ulting is obvious. When you have 5 stacks, you just want to ult someone when you know they're going to die. So in this case, someone would die if they were at 100 or 1,117 health. And you can tell by the nicks, the little bars, like each one of these bars is 100, and the big thick bars is 1,000. So these dummies have 10,000 health. I have 4593. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's the extra 93 is condensed in these couple of bars. But for ADCs, what most Dariuses do, and I'm gonna auto refresh my flash. What most Dariuses like to do is they like to flash hook an ADC and then do that. After you do your WQ combo, you only have auto attacks, and ADCs can easily kite you when your auto attack damage isn't enough, and if you don't get 5 stacks off and you can't ult them off of those 5 stacks, then you're just gonna die. At least in my elo, you can't just dive ADCs. So my advice on how to team fight as Darius properly is get 5 stacks off of a tank, usually someone in the front line. And if you're getting shot by mages or carries in the back, you just kind of want to not engage as hard, because that means you're literally front lining and your team is hiding behind you. You want to play... This works with dive teams really well, or team fights that are broken up. So let's say there's 2 over here, and then the rest of the team is fighting down here. You want to get 5 stacks as fast as you can, and then you just want to find your way to the carry, do as much damage as you can, hit them with the ult. That's all you got to do. They'll die, and then you just go and murder the rest of the team. And that's honestly about it. Just know Darius is a juggernaut. And that means he's a tank that does a lot of damage, but that doesn't mean you're an assassin unless you build full AD. Building full AD on Darius isn't viable, though, because unless you're going movement speed items, Darius is very kiteable, and people that know how to kite can easily take down Darius. The problem with Darius is, what's going to make me go from here to here so that I can kill this target without these guys killing me? That's what you have to find out with Darius. How can I kill the person I need to kill without dying? You want to hit, usually for me, I hit 5 stacks and just completely ignore whoever I was going in on and just go right on a carry. Because if you look, my damage right now with these 2 items is 264, and that's level 18, so that's about late game. So I auto attack, and you see now I have 529 AD. So that auto attack was, yeah, basically 300 per auto. 200, yeah, basically 300. And yeah, Q does 578. So literally, if you think about it, now your combo is just, that's a lot of damage right there. And then you got your bleed proccing. That's as much damage as your ult, just with that one combo with 5 stacks and Conqueror. So if you think about the difference, hit 5 stacks, then flash pull the ADC, and then kill him. But anyways, I've been droning on long enough. Sorry for the long video. I plan this to be really short, but I always get so passionate with Darius, and when I see Darius is playing top lane and they're not doing his job right, it just upsets me. So hopefully this can help some of you out there. I hope this helps. And yeah, that's about it. So thanks for watching, and let me know what type of content you'd like to see in the future. If you want to see more in-depth champion tutorials of the champions I like to play, i.e. Darius, Yasuo, Renekton, those types of champions. Let me know in the comments below. Let me know if you want to know more abstract build guides like my previous video, or safer, higher win rate build guides that I prefer. But anyways, without any further stalling, thank you for watching the video, and I hope you have a good day.